Hey, what you doing?
Oh, hey there. Well, I'm looking up information about bullying. My goodness. There's some very scary stuff here. Well, it says bullying is a widespread problem in our schools and communities. Well, it seems, yeah, I've seen that before. Well, the behavior encompasses physical aggression, threats, teasing, and harassment. Well, although it can lead to violence, bullying isn't considered as dangerous as other school violences, such as ones involving weapons, vandalism, or physical threats. Well, it is, however, an unacceptable antisocial behavior. That's what I see. And it is learned through sources like the media, peer groups, family. I've seen some people who have very, very, very violent families. And it seems that they have gotten their habit of bullying others through them. Well, I believe that such behaviors can be unlearned, or better yet, prevented. Oh wow, look at this girl. She seems very, very, very upset.
Whoa.
Well, this is what happens. Well,
That's sad.
Well, it says here, bully is someone who directs physical, verbal, or psychological aggression or harassment towards others with the goal of gaining power over or dominating another individual. Well, yes, I have seen cases at my school. I had a friend who says he was bullied by another person. I'm not going to say who because that, well, I just don't want to talk about it. But the person wanted to be the center of attention and he wanted to have power. And unfortunately, my friend was caught in it. So this story reminds me of him. And research indicates that bullying is more prevalent in boys than girls, though this difference decreases when considering indirect aggression, such as verbal threats. I believe so. Well, you see, I have seen girls, personally, harass and taunt each other to some very extreme extents. And I wonder, how can these girls be so violent, verbally? Well, I don't see such cases in boys. It just shows that, well, boys are more leaning towards physical aggression. The girl seems to be more towards verbal threats. Hey, here's more facts. Well, bullying is the most common form of violence in our society. Between 15% and 30% of students are bullies or victims. I personally have not been a victim of bullying or a bully, so that's fortunate for me. But I feel very bad for those 30% of people who are victims. Bullying is quite prevalent. You can see them sometimes in the hallways. Sometimes it's not so extreme. You don't see people getting punched or getting their tobacco juice beat out of them. But maybe like a little push or shove or a bad remark. Those can all add up though. And a recent report from American Medical Association on the study of over 15,000 6th through 10th graders estimates that approximately 3.7 million youths engage in and more than 3.2 million are victims of bullying each year. Isn't that extreme?
Yep.
Yeah, oh my goodness, 3.2 million. And it's only 6th through 10th graders. Well, I'm going to be in 10th grade, so that doesn't sound very good for me. Luckily, it's 10th grade, and after that, it's actually a little less. 3.2 million people. Do you know how big that number is? 3.2 million people. That is almost 10 times the amount of people in Dublin. That is more than 10 times the amount of people in Dublin. That is how bogus the number is. Well, membership in either bully or victim groups is associated with poor grades and school dropouts, criminal activities, and other negative long-term consequences. I can understand how being bullied can affect your future. I see that if you get beat up. You probably have low self-esteem. You probably are very passive because you got beat up. You are bullied. You've been the victim of aggression. I can see how that would contribute to future problems. If you're unsure of yourself, you might not grasp all of the possibilities that drift your way. And direct physical bullying increases in elementary school, peaks in middle school, and declines in high school. Verbal abuse, on the other hand, remains constant. The U.S. Department of Justice reports that younger students are more likely to be bullied than older students. Thank goodness I'm an older student. I'm sorry, you're a younger student. Oh well. Good luck to you. And over 2/3 of students believe that schools respond poorly to bullying. Yeah, that is a concept I cannot understand. There are teachers everywhere. Students are supposed to feel safe at school. Well, it says 25% of teachers see nothing wrong with bullying or put-downs. Teachers are supposed to be the people who help these students. They're supposed to be their savior. They're supposed to be their protectors. But these people are being ignorant of what is happening. That is where all of the bullying can happen. And only 4% of bullying incidents are intervened with teachers. Hey, I have a graph here. I think you might find this interesting. It says, it's a graph about people in 4th through 8th grade, and it is about how many people have directed verbal aggression towards others. See, in 4th grade here, it says that around 55% have said something hurtful or angry at another person. It's dropped slightly at 5th grade, but zoom, it goes up. At 8th grade, it's almost 77%. That is insane. And here, hey, is a graph that tells us where all of the bullying is happening. In the hallways, it's 6%. Cafeteria is also 6%. Restrooms is 8%. Well, in the restroom, I don't know what you'd be doing in the restroom besides using the restroom. Oh, after school programs, 12%. There should be teachers there. But no, the teachers are being ignorant. Classrooms, 14%. Again, teachers are supposed to be there. Playground, recreation areas, 8%. And most of the bullying happens in buses, 46%. Buses are very dangerous places. The bus driver can only keep their eyes on the road. They can't help a person who is being bullied. And that is the sad part. You may have heard on the news about the bus aide being bullied. Even adults are being bullied on the bus. That's how serious things are happening. And bullying encompasses everything, from teasing to gossiping, threats, rumors. But all of these are destructive. And they can have a very negative impact on people. Their lives will be altered dramatically. Once their lives are altered, their altered lives will eventually be bad for society, which would eventually be bad for the world. Hey, it says you should contact the school's psychologist, counselor, or social worker and ask for help and around bullying or victimized concerns. Becoming involved in school programs to counteract bullying. Yes, I strongly agree that we should counter bullying as much as we can. Like joining anti-bullying groups. Don't you agree?
Yep.
Well, provide positive feedback to children for appropriate social behavior and model interactions that do not include bullying or aggression. Also, for parents out there, it says, use alternatives to physical punishment such as the removal of privileges as a consequence for bullying behavior. Stop bullying behavior as it is happening and begin working on appropriate social skills early. Oh gosh, this is such a violent picture. It shows bullying.
Alright, let me see.
In its disgusting form. This is what you would typically think of bullying. You can see the victim there and the bully there. This is a little bit more dramatic. But it still is unacceptable. What did that person do to him? He doesn't deserve it if he didn't do anything. Yet bullying still happens. This is why bullying is dangerous. It's unjustified violence. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, here's a story about a little boy. It says his name is Ryan. It says Ryan was a normal middle schooler who had a normal life. His family was wonderful. But he was bullied. And the bullying was intense and destructive. It hurt his life, and he eventually couldn't stand it. And on January 2007, he committed suicide. And here's a picture of his gravestone.
Gosh.
So morbid. This is why bullying is such a threat to society. You can't expect any good out of it. My goodness. I really don't know what to say, but it's sad how much lives are lost due to bullying. And the worst part is bullying can be prevented. For those parents out there, they could just be a little nicer, not abuse their kids. The kids wouldn't abuse others in turn. If the media would just be a little bit more cleaner, less violence, it would have been better. But no, that's why we need to stand up and fight bullying. We can't stand around and be bystanders. We have to intervene and help those people who are being bullied. And that is what I am going to do. Thank you.